Hello and welcome to another edition of Farm Radio. Here we have what seems forever ago, the Marantz 15, I don't know what this one is again. This is a model 1520, but we're using the 1530 service manual. I've ordered my parts, I have my knobs, and we have to put this thing back together. So I'll be happy if I just get this channel operational. Hook a couple of small speakers up to it and play some music through it. So let's get started. I'm going to start by probably putting the IC back in place, followed by the drivers and whatnot. We'll test it with the resistors that are in place. Revisiting the top side here, I think I left off with the fact being that only that IC and one driver transistor was defective. The more I ran it with the outputs disconnected, the more charred like this resistor got that runs the IC. Still reads okay. I may change it. But I may put the originals back in. If it ain't broke, don't fix it type scenario. And I'll have a spare set. If anything else arise down the road. So I noticed I did put red Sharpie on the legs of this transistor. So that one's definitely a goner. And this one tests fine. So one driver transistor and these two biasing diodes. I don't know what you call them. I don't know what they are, what they do. I sort of do. I just got some fast response, regular glass diodes for it. Should be in the same ballpark. Okay. So for the two defective glass diodes, I ordered these Avalanche 600 volt 1 amp diodes. They are glass. That's what clued me into them, but anyway. Okay, I got my 4 diodes in, and I'll trim those leads here. I'll do them off camera so I don't leave them inside the set, but you get the idea. And here's our wonderful preamp IC, the Dash 100 to replace the Dash 60, which is compatible. Touted it all as having all these protection features, and yeah, it's no good. I've gone ahead and scraped all the leads on the IC because it looks like it's been around for a while. Before we install it, we're not going to socket this. And there we are, top side with the green dot signifying pin 1. Make sure you have it in properly, and also make sure all your leads protrude on the bottom and you haven't missed any. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure they're all there. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 on each side. Okay, and we'll commence with soldering. And there we are, soldered in. I checked on the magnification and we have no lead poisoning. Okay, because they're not defective and whatever, they're going back in. The IC is in, the diodes are in. And the longer things are taken apart, the more chance things have a way of going away. But I did find the heat sink bracket. We'll put that in and we'll solder those up next. Okay, so basically here is our replacements we ordered, and they're just, looks like they're just generically marked D13, D313, and B507. Well, we're going to use our originals here. But we won't be needing these. We'll keep those aside, future project. And this is our set of A684 and and C1384 on the right. So C1384 is our bad one. Oh, let me get this. I got this wrong. A684 is our bad one. I'm going to take the one on the left. Okay, I'll get one last quick look at the underside. I've checked my connections. I'll come back and clean up later. I did buy capacitors for this. I may recap it down the road, but today I bought some various capacitors, electrolytics for the audio circuit. I may at some point recap this, but right now I just want to hook a small set of test speakers to it and try it. Okay, just going through a final setup here. So basically in review, we had a dead left channel, right channel, excuse me, dead blown fuse, which I have over here somewhere. Very blown fuse. Replaced it, of course it blew. A shorted diode, both of them. Shorted IC and shorted driver transistor right here. So we basically changed one transistor and one IC. Yes, these resistors got a little toasty here. This one wasn't toasty. It got toasty by me driving it without the outputs, just running on the chip for that short a time. Overloaded that one. They all read good. I've lubricated the little pots there, just wetted them prior, and we have a fuse in there of the correct amperage and the speaker attached, and let's see if our right channel is going to work. I also have LED, which I'm not a fan of LEDs. I'm a fan of LEDs, but not in the vintage stuff. Each their own, but I kind of like the warm white. I got the warm white LEDs for this, and well, let's just see if it works. Okay, we're going to leave it off, tape monitor off, loudness in stereo, no muting, speaker system just one, volume down, balance in the middle, treble, bass, mid. I think we're on auxiliary. We'll start with AM, and we'll put the power on because we're going to flip it with the snap switch over there. Okay, I have my kilowatt attached. I think this drew about 25 watts idle, but we'll just keep an eye on that. Power's on, and we're going to hit it and watch for the smoke. We'll watch the watt meter and watch for smoke. $17 watts, no smoke. I hear something in our left channel, but I don't hear anything in our right channel. Of course, I don't hear anything. Oh, I do hear something in this channel. So I'm wide open here.
Harmony's focused closeouts, last one, demos and more. You know, like a full manufacturer warranty. And all parts are up to 80% off the manufacturer.
That sounds horrible. Okay, let's see if we can get something besides that. We do have two channels here. Try FM.
Live music as soon as you can.
Something's not right here. Something's not right. What's that chip doing over here? Nobody's hot. Nobody's hot, no smoke. Where do I want to go from here? Stand by. Yeah, there's our right channel. There's our left channel. So is it my diodes? I'll have to check my work here. Somebody's not right over here. Hopefully not this chip. We'll have to check our voltages next. Okay, just doing some quick checks offhand. I believe this resistor here is open. These are 0.47 ohms. And I'm getting glare, 2.9 meg over there. Whereas the same resistor over here, here, is there 0.6. Why is there glare in the camera, but there's no glare when I'm looking at it? Now I have glare and you don't. So what I want that resistor to read is this. Sounded like a biasing thing. Yeah, 0.7. And this one here is... This one here has sacrificed itself. Alright, well, let's throw something in there and see what we can do. It's not my diodes. I was suspicious of that. Not my transistors. Shouldn't be. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Trying to get these leads to stay. Hold the camera. Can't be in a rush over here. Yeah, they're all the same value. We do have the schematic and everything, but... That one's open. The one you can't read. So, yeah, we'll throw something in there, see what happens. As usual, we go to our television parts here, and I think I have a 0.68 ohm here. And I have a 1 ohm over here, and a 0.15 ohm in that, and a... Is this a 0.22? Well, any event, this one's going to do it for us. Okay, we're not going for the prettiness factor here, but there was our substitute in place there. Piggybacked on the old one. We're powered up. I think that's everything. And here we go. Oh, if I could only get a clear station.
Despite all the information to the contrary,
Still doesn't sound right.
Stubborn. We can miss out on so much of what God because of our stubbornness.
No.
Or we can just let go of ourselves and follow Solomon's advice in Proverbs 19:20.
No, close.
You the office, but they're never as good as when you tell them, and shame on them for trying. There, don't you feel better? You'll also feel better knowing you could
It's
save.
sort of working. Stand by.
Although I'm sure you'd have money.
Okay, it's working, but it's not right. Left channel. Clear as a bell. Right channel. Biasing is not right. Must check more resistors. Must check, let's see where it's going bad. Chip is not hot. Chips are good. I believe it's coming out of the chips clear. It falls apart though when you try to drive it. Oh, could be my diodes, could be another... No. Keep at it here. So we're zooming in on it. Okay, I have to admit I'm being a little lazy here. For reasons beyond my control. But, okay, here's what I had in there. We're all good now. Here's what I had in there. I had this... this is a 0.68 ohm. Blue, gray, gold. 0.68. And I found these... Or it's 6.8. Oh, I'll get back to you on that. I found these. This is 1.2 ohm gold. I don't deal with the gold that often as a third digit. Yeah, this one here, 2.2 ohms. Red gold. So I found this one, which is brown green gold, and it reads 0.47 ohms, half an ohm. get back to you on that. But, however, right channel, left channel, together. So, we have the love here. And we have stereo, and we have treble, and we have bass, and we have lousy classical. We have stereo lock. There's just tiny speakers on here, so I have to watch it. Maybe not so much the loudness. Run some treble. Let's find some other music here. The old VH is always a good stereo debut album, title album as they like to call it, self-titled album, whatever. Good separation on that. So I think I'm going to move on to the dial lights here. I'll play with it like that for tonight. That's silver. That is 1.5 silver. 0.15? I give up, but it reads a half an ohm. Okay, stay tuned here. Going in to do this panel lamp here, and we have a petrified spider here. Well, if I wanted to be fussy, I could go in for some cool blue, because it seems they painted, these aren't just covers I can transfer from one to the other, they painted it with a blue hue. But for now, we'll just give it some illumination here. Okay, LED fuse lamps. Kind of a tough call for me, because these don't shine all around as an incandescent would in all directions. They shine only in one direction only, which I'll have to turn them so they get the prism effect here and light along the dial. Another reason to choose incandescent, I suppose, but these will run cooler. That one I've angled in a little bit. Hopefully a little bit of the meter picks up on that, because that's to illuminate the meter. And this is awful to get to. It's around the dial string, the meter wires, it's a capacitor on the meter. It's just very delicate in here. And then they have this bracket to hold it in, the whole thing in, and it's just not where you want to be. So let's get in and get out of here. Well, it's coming along okay. Those are not easy to get to, but I have them just prismed off to the side a little. I can't believe how close they have this dial string. In fact, I shouldn't even be touching any of this to these meter wires here, but they're clearing it. They're not touching. And yeah, not someplace you want to be. We're going to do this once, and that's it. I've noticed the meter is off a little when it's shut off. It tilts over, but I'm not adjusting that. Yeah, normal meters have a set adjust in the center to center it. I'm not going there with this. That'll have to do. You can get in a lot of trouble here in short order. Stereo works good. The meter action works. The illumination is good. I'm going to go with this. I don't even know if I'll leave that resistor. Is that a new 2-watt resistor in there or not? You know, right channel, left channel. I think next what I'd like to do, I may recap some of these. This is a small amplifier, and it'll be a work in progress. These are ice cold. We'll hook it up to some big speakers at some point, but for right now, Saturday night, I don't know where I'll leave this. I may do one more video. But, okay, onward and upward here as far as this goes.
It's not easy, but now that we're hitting the summer where you'll be, you know, in your bait.
Give up a run for an out with a 6-0 lead. 0-1.
And pizza. These other favorites are waiting for you. Order dinner tonight for delivery or pickup. Only at Panera.
Okay.
Cannot be combined with any other friend told me about Mr. Clean Magic Erase.
That was
Today, pot which could travel to your lung.
Definitely has good stereo separation and whatnot. So let's put the front cover back on before any other catastrophes occur. Okay. Classical music lover I am not, but there's really nothing on. Got the front back on. I'm going to leave this pretty much here. There might be a part 3. There may not be a part 3.
Loud and proud.
But I would like to say
will retreat to their respective.
something here. Tunes well in stereo. I'll continue to wipe down and clean things, but I wanted to say something as you clean things. I had a one of those ultrasonic cleaners, and yeah, sure, put your knobs in, do this and that, and the basket, the plastic from the basket in the stupid thing reacted with the coating on the knobs. You could see those little circles are from the basket. So it cleaned the knobs, but and I've tried everything. It just doesn't come out. I could polish, but it's unbelievable that the more you touch this stuff and you think you're doing the right thing, and you can end up ruining something, like taking the dial letters off the dial trying to clean it. We've all done that. Don't hit the dial numbers with anything. Some you can get away with washing, others the numbers come right off. So that being said, as you try to make things better and improve, sometimes they're best left alone. And there's two schools of thought on that. And yeah, like these knobs now have their own little polka dots on them, because the plastic in the stainless steel tray, I mean not the tray, the plastic basket tray for the stainless steel bath, it reacted with the cleaner or something. So I'm not going to do this, I'll do this off camera, but let me get one more shot of this together. And I do have the set screw for the tuning knob. Okay, I think that's going to be a wrap on the Marantz 1520. We'll call it a resurrection because that's what it needed. Any event, I think the controls are clean. Part 1, we did all that. Ordered parts. Did the LED dial lights. 4 of them actually. 2 for the meters, 1 on each end. And as we go down what was replaced, we had a defective right channel, blown fuse, which we narrowed down to this driver transistor here, this preamplifier IC here, these bias diodes here, and a few diode lights that were burnt out again. Okay, that's going to do it for this edition. Thanks for watching, and more to come.
On Thursday night, that's this Thursday night, September 25th, to unveil their new album and video. Let's party with the Untouchables, meet the Untouchables, touch the Untouchables. I think that's supposed to be a joke, right? Yeah, that's this Thursday, folks, at Club Hollywood on the Boulevard. Club Hollywood features 2 floors, 2 bars, dining in the back cafe, and a large dance floor. Club Hollywood also brings you LA's best club DJs to spin your favorite dance music 7 nights a week at Club Hollywood. Don't forget, you can self or valet park. That choice is yours. Never worry about getting lost coming to the party at Club Hollywood, because it's on the Boulevard, right across the street from Mann's Chinese Theater. And remember, this Thursday night at Club Hollywood in Poison, it's going to be the Untouchables. Need more information? Call 213-465-3145. 465-3145. Hey, mention K-Rock. Get in free before 10 p.m.
in the USA. Hey fans, Joe Jet reporting live. Listen for your chance to meet the boss. Hey, you mean the boss? Yes, the boss. A 32-ounce cup of cool, refreshing Pepsi. And play Pepsi's Meet the Boss $250,000 instant winners game. Now there's an instant game label on each cup. Peel and win cash and prizes, including 4 Hawaiian vacations. Me to Hawaii with the boss? Come on. That's right. Just look for Meet the Boss banners at participating stores. And meet Pepsi's newest 32-ounce cup. And meet Pepsi's newest 32-ounce cup, the boss.
All right, you know, speaking of the Untouchables, who are going to be at Club Hollywood, they're also going to be on my TV show, Adventures with the Poor Man, this Saturday night at midnight, right after the Wally George Show on KDOC Channel 56. So I thought, in honor of that, we'd play a little Untouchables for you.
One last quick side note on the Marantz here is the resistor that's currently in there is a 0.15 ohm. 0.15 ohm. So we've ordered the correct corresponding 0.47 3 watt. 0.47 ohm 3 watt. And they've arrived. So we'll put a pair of those in there and then call this a wrap. And thanks for watching.